All right, hey YouTube. So I just wanted to finish my points on signs that you're tapped into Christ consciousness. So Christ was a tortured soul. So he didn't come for the popular guy with an easy life. I mean, Christ loves everybody, but he came for the brokenhearted. So this is an innocent man that was crucified and tortured, and all the sins of the world were put on him because he was on in a spiritual journey. He was on a higher spiritual plane than most people in this life get to. So you find when people signs that you are tapped into Christ consciousness is when people hate you for no reason. That's a sign you're getting persecuted. And like I said in part one, like if you're Jesus fasted a lot in order to fight demons, and that also will get you on like another spiritual plane. So you have two consciousness, the ordinary consciousness, and then you have the higher consciousness. And when I was doing research on this, I found out that around the time that Jesus walked the earth, the Bhagavad Gita was written. That's the Hindu religion. And they do believe that Jesus was tapped into a higher consciousness. They don't believe that he was God come in the flesh. They just believe, but they do know that they acknowledge that he was on a higher spiritual plane. Right. So most people on this earth, from what I was researching, they operate on that lower energy with the spiritual community calls like the low vibrational energy, and it's all run off of ego. And if you're able to tap into your higher self or that higher energy, that we're all trying to get to the high vibrational energy, that's the Christ consciousness. And so because you want to, the point of having a spiritual journey, a spiritual lifestyle, is you want to tap into your higher frequencies, higher vibrations. And I never thought about it, but yeah, that is Christ consciousness. It's that feeling that Christ is the frequency of every cell in your being. That's the point of vibrating higher. Like when you know that there's God in everything and everyone, it makes you move different, it makes you operate different. Like they call, I think the Hindus call it pranayama, a life force. And like sometimes when spiritual stuff happens to me, like I do feel my hands tingle, like there's like a energy, a life force, and you feel it. And so Christ consciousness it's not just a Christian thing, because there's Christ conscious and Buddha conscious. There's a conspiracy theory. I don't know if you guys heard it, that Christ and Buddha were the same man because they went through similar things. Because Christ was the Son of God that came to earth and he took on trials and tribulations. And Buddha also lived a privileged life. He was royalty, but he chose to go on his spiritual journey. And I do feel like the Japanese do believe in love, and love is becoming a part of the universe. And I always wonder what are they talking about? A part of the universe? It's a feeling that you're one with God. That's Christ consciousness. And I think that they also, it's like reaching nirvana. It's like that feeling you get after you have a good workout or like a meditation session. That's how you can activate the Christ consciousness within you. But signs that you're tapped into it is you'll get anxious. Demons will come out of people when you're vibrating higher, because you will irritate their lower entities and their lower vibrational energies. And because I noticed when I woke up spiritually, when I had my Saturn return, when I turned 30, I was anxious. People were just really mean, and like, because I'm quiet, I just mind my own business. I talk a lot on here, but I don't really bother anybody. But I had a stalker, somebody I known for years, turned on me and was stalking me out of envy. I've had so many jobs where I worked really hard, but people just blocked me from succeeding just because they could. I'm working on being an entrepreneur now because I'm sick of that. And I've been bullied, I've been stalked, and my own brother recently, like I was saying in the other video, my own brother said he hated me. And I knew that it was not something against me personally. I know that he's going through something, and I had to go on a fast to vibrate higher because that stuff will bring you down into the depression if you don't learn to love yourself and validate yourself. Now I know it's the Christ consciousness I'm tapped into that people hate, not necessarily me as a person. And they hate this journey that I'm embarking on because we're all spiritual beings in this physical body. But not everybody is like even aware that they're on a spiritual journey. That's the crazy part. But yeah, I had my tower moments, and I'm still going through stuff even right now with jealousy and haters, but somehow, and you'll notice people that get bullied a lot, they have and they haven't done nothing wrong. They have good karma. They'll still look young because God is taking care of them. God sees what they're going through. And another sign you're tapping into Christ consciousness, I would say, is like people hate you for no reason. You get really anxious and you can see things in people that they can't see, or your intuition is sharper than other people, and people know that there's something different about you. I got Reiki at the beginning of my journey as well, like Reiki healing. That can help you a lot too if you need to heal. It can tell you like that a Reiki practitioner can tell you what chakras are out of balance and what you need to do to work on that. Because this is just not it's not for everybody a spiritual journey, but I did want to tell the signs that way maybe somebody out here will see it and know that they're not crazy, they're not going through what they're going through is not unique to them. I read about a guy on Reddit, and I had something similar happen the first time I got Reiki. I felt my heart chakra open. It was like feeling like somebody pulled on a string, and then it felt like two pieces of paper falling away. It was crazy. And I remember when I got up off the table, I scared the Reiki healer because my eyes were like shining, and I was like, I just felt so healed. And I read a story. I started looking up Reiki on Reddit, and there was a guy that he got his heart chakra open from doing Reiki, and he said he's had a vision of Jesus Christ on the cross, and he saw the suffering on the cross, and it made a grown man burst into tears. So Christ is a tortured soul, and you'll see a lot of religious narcissists putting all their sins and stuff they done on Christ and hiding behind religion. And his soul cannot rest to this day because people are always calling on Jesus and using his power. Like I just saw a video earlier, a lady was in the Kundalini yoga cults, and she went to Christianity, and she said that Jesus showed her that she had Lyme disease, which I mean, I feel like maybe one of her chakras were out of balance that she was doing karmic stuff. But you'll find that narcissists jump the coats, and they never get healed because the problem is really within. It's something, probably some of her. A lot of illnesses come from the heart chakra, so it's probably something in her that's causing the illnesses. But people just not don't always want to heal, and they see that Christ consciousness in you, and they will hate you for no reason. And now I've been in this journey long enough. I can see it when I irritate people's demons, and I'll just meditate, pray, and fast, and try to eat better, or give up something, give up sugar, give up salt. It's easier now because they make a lot of more sugar-free foods and things like that. But yeah, if you like this, comment if you've had like a Christ consciousness experience as well. It's the higher form of consciousness. It's not based on ego, it's based on love. Right, because even this, the 6 steps to realizing Christ consciousness, it says to turn your attention to the center of your heart and imagine there's a light burning there. That is meditating on the heart chakra. It says to meditate on it flickering and growing. That is heart chakra. Because like when you know that there's a life force, there's a God in everything, it really changes how you move. But you will have haters on this journey. It's not for the weak. So if any of you have had like a Christ consciousness experience, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And if you want to see more of this, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.